Dick, and I am a tech integrationist at Harrisburg South Middle School in Harrisburg, South Dakota. I am no longer in the classroom, so what I ended up doing was grabbing a former lesson that I used and tweaked it to kind of show the different communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking that I would like to see in my digital tools. So first thing, if you go here and you see my digital tools lesson, I've got an American Revolution Battles project that opens up, and my standard is to develop historical research skills. So the learners have to choose 7 important battles, including the final battle of the American Revolution. They have to answer the following questions. So to start, they have to identify those battles. And then once they've identified the battles that they're going to do, they are going to go to, Flipgrid. And on Flipgrid, they will go in there and they're going to have that communication part to that where they collab, or they kind of talk about it. I want to get some critical thinking going on why did they choose those battles, what questions do you have for your classmates, those kinds of things. And so that kind of hopefully will attack some of that critical thinking part. Back here to this lesson, the next they're going to answer the following questions, and here are those questions. When was the battle? How long would it last? Where was the battle? Why was the battle fought? Who were the commanders of this battle? Who won the battle? How many casualties? Why did you choose this battle? Again, going back to that critical thinking part. And then I met with a colleague of mine who wants to be an administrator, so he really is getting into a lot of this kind of curriculum and why are we using the digital tools that we're using type stuff. And so I talked to him about how I've done in the past. I always gave menu items for my learners to use with really no thought about the 4 C's. And now I'm looking at this, and we went back and forth. We finally decided to settle on Pages from Apple. And so the Apple Pages, we're a distinguished Apple school just recently, and I'm an Apple learning coach. So using Apple products is something that we really want to try and do more. So we decided we'd use Apple Pages, or we'd really push Apple Pages. We still wanted to give the kids some voice and choice, and we really wanted to, anytime we looked at any of these other items, we wanted to really focus on those 4 C's. But a majority of our kids majority of our kids we thought would like Apple Pages more. Again, I couldn't do this lesson with them because I'm not in that position anymore. But just to give you an example of what I'm talking about with Apple Pages, right now our school is creating a soup cookbook, and so creating go to Pages and just use the book template, and then each page or 2 could be the battle that they picked. They can embed video, they can embed images, they can do all sorts of things to make that book stand out. We can even publish it to Apple Books. We can print it out if a kid wants a copy of it. There's just so many different things that you can do with Apple Pages that I thought would be a really cool part of showing their creativity. There's a collaboration button on there so that they can share the book with each other and work on it if they were working in pairs, some of those types of things. So the creativity with Apple Pages is through the roof. So then after they've done all this stuff and they've done their 7 battles and they've answered all the questions, then I would ask them to join a what did you learn discussion in Canvas. And then in Canvas, they join their peers. How did you choose your battles? Again, has your answer changed? I mean, maybe it changed. Maybe you're like, oh, maybe I chose this battle because I don't know. So what is something significant that you learned? Why do you think the colonists won? This is, again, the critical thinking part. This is the communication part. This is them talking to each other using those 4 C's. So that's kind of what I would do if I was in the classroom again. Obviously, I'd probably fancy it up just a little bit more, but again, since I'm not going to be doing it with them, I just gave you the bare bones look at it. So that's all I have for now, and thanks. I'm learning a lot in this course.